how to get a clean white background on your photos. And that's what we're going to be covering today. It's something that a lot of us resellers still struggle with. You want to have this nice white clean background, and I'm sure you've all seen the photos, and some of us really struggle with it. So I'm going to share with you 3 applications to help get you that clean, crisp, white background. My name is Karen with the Thrifty Flamingo. If this is your very first video, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for stopping by again. I always appreciate it. So I have made a couple videos on photography tips, and I usually shoot on a white rug. Or, mannequins, but sometimes we need that white background. Knowing how to get a nice, bright, clean white background is important. Even if that's not your aesthetic, you should still know how, because once in a while you're going to need to fix a photograph and get that nice background. So I'm going to show you 3 apps and give you a step-by-step tutorial on how to get these clean, white backgrounds everybody wants. Now, I do operate on an iOS, so these apps are in the App Store. If you don't use any Apple products and it's another operating system, hopefully they have the same apps. If they do, please leave it in the comments below and let fellow subscribers know that, hey, they are for other devices as well. Help me out, help you guys out. Thanks. So the first thing that's really important is you should have some kind of plain background. If it's really cluttered or a, kind of like a pattern, the apps aren't going to work the best. So this works really well with my white fur rug because it's already white. It's a textured white, and it's not like that bright white, 'cause it's fur. But if you could get a solid white background, it will help. This is easier than you think. You could go to any arts and crafts store and get a huge poster board. The kind you used to do like school projects on and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe like $5-8, get a big poster board. You can also get thicker craft paper that they roll up, and that could be your white backdrop. So the cleaner of the background that you are using will help the app perform the best. What I do when I'm not just shooting on the fur rug, because if I'm gonna edit my photos for a clean white background, why use the fur rug? It gets all furry everywhere. So what I have is a photography reflector. These can be purchased on Amazon. They come in different sizes. They come in different shapes. Originally, what they're used for is to reflect the light. So if you have your subject, let's say I am the subject, and the light is on me, whether it be natural outdoor light or studio lighting, the reflector would kind of reflect the light and kind of fill in space, whether there be a shadow or a light behind you. Mine's really big. I'm gonna try to show it to you. It's big because I use this for denim. Maybe I'll show you some of it. It's very when I put my hand behind it, you could see it. But when I put this on top of my fur white rug, what it does is it kind of makes it easy for the apps to register just the clothing items. This is very soft. You can bend it. I'm going to jump on my iPad and I'm going to show you exactly how to get that white background. The first app I'm going to show you is called Knockout Pro. It looks like this when you open it. And you're going to go to Cut Out. You go to Album and you pick whatever picture it is that you want to do. We're going to do 3 of them. So I could show you why you need a lighter background. So I took these jeans really quick on the reflector, kind of messy looking. And then you can check yes for crop. And it's automatically on what it's called magic. We want that. We want the magic crop. And you're going to take either your finger or your stylus. I prefer a stylus. And you're just going to trace a line around the denim. You want to get close, but not like right up on it. And then you're going to connect the lines. And once they're connected, the magic is happening. So that actually looks really good. Now you're going to go to the top right corner and there's a little arrow. Next, next. Yes, you're free. Now, to save it, you have the option to save as either a PNG, which is a clear background, or a JPG. So this is a newer feature on this app. So we're going to select the JPEG, and then you're going to go up to album, and it's going to save it to your album. Now we're also going to save the PNG so I could show you what to do. Not now, you free thing. Then if you look in your photos, you're going to notice that you have this nice white background. Now, that's what the other one looks like. You definitely don't want to list that one. So in my previous video, I showed you an app called A Beautiful Mess when I talked about different apps to use to clean things up and write on things. So A Beautiful Mess, you can open that, hit solo, then all photos, and then you would select that. And now it doesn't have that clear background anymore. It has a white background. So you can do it both ways for whatever reason. And then you would save that and they would look the same. All right, so I'm going to show you what happens when you have a photo that has a cluttered background and why it won't work so well. So this is my husband and my cutest little nephew, Mr. Caleb. Now, if you want to talk about a cluttered background, well, there you go. Any place to start. Go off the map, kinda. Can't cut off Caleb's feet. And the magic is happening. So, the app really doesn't know what to erase and what not to erase. And that's what happens. So if you could get your clothes on a somewhat clean background, you know, if it's a little cluttered, as long as it's nowhere near the item, that's okay. As long as you could draw a nice, you know, line around your item, then this won't happen. I'm going to do one more item in the Knockout Pro to show you how to clean something up that didn't, you know, cut out as cleanly as you would have hoped. So you're going to go to cutout again, album. I'm going to pick another pair of jeans. These are a lighter pair of jeans that also has like the sign right behind it. So same thing, it's already on magic, so you would draw your line. So you're thinking, that's not so bad. Well, look at the crotch area. There's a part that has not been erased. Or by like the legs, on the left leg, there's a part that hasn't been erased. And on the right leg, there's a bit of the jean that's been erased. Also, at the top, there's a part like the denim's like back tag. Since it was like white, and the button of the pants, that's been accidentally erased. So, how to fix this? On the bottom on your prompts, you're going to see recover. You're going to hit recover, and this pops up. Now, the bottom small blue dot is where your finger/stylus is going to be. And so the big dot is what's going to recover. I don't like it being so big. So on the bottom, you'll also see size. And then you bring it up and you start recovering what should be there. So you're going to recover the button of the pants and the tag of the pants, anything else that might have been erased. I'm going to go down to this like pant leg and kind of do a little bit of a swipe by it. Yeah, there we go. So everything that needed to be recovered was recovered. Now we're going to go next to recover and hit erase. Same thing came up, the big blue dot and the small blue dot. And I'm going to make that smaller. And then I'm going to pinch and zoom to the crotch. And I'm just going to kind of, this is such a small area that if it's not like 100% perfect, no one's going to be able to see it. You also want to pick your finger stylus up once in a while, because at the top right there is a like an undo button. But if you've just been dragging your finger around the whole time and you made a mistake, it's going to undo everything that you just did. So by picking up your finger or your stylus, you give the option to yourself to undo some boo-boos that you might have done. And then we'll just go to the bottom pant leg. That one's kind of easy. Straight across. So that's what you would do if you had to clean something up. Like if it wasn't so bad and it just messed up a little bit. And then same thing, you're going to go top right, next, yes, yes, yes. And you're going to JPEG, save an album. And it takes some second for it to kind of like catch up. There it is. So the last one I'm going to show you is a little bit more in depth than just drawing like a line around it. It's pixel matter. Pixel matter, oh, those might look familiar to you. Pixel matter, you could do a lot more editing than just erasing your background. So you're going to go to the top plus. You're going to go to your photos. And I'm going to go to the original photo of the jeans. All right, so there's no lines to draw. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the first icon in the top right. It's like a little paintbrush. And then in the third grouping down, you're going to hit select. And you're going to hit magnetic selection. So now you're going to go make little points all around your denim. And then until they connect. And then you're going to hit done in the top right corner and those lines stay there. So now you could go and you could tap on your item and hit cut. Bye-bye pants. Go back to images and hit the top plus and say create image. Blank landscape. Tap in the middle and hit paste. And then you can kind of like resize them and obviously this needs to be square and that's not. So also in the top part where it says images, where it says create image, you could go to custom. And on the bottom where it says 2048, yada, 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 you could do something that's like 800 by 8. It's probably going to be really small. What am I doing? Create. It is really small. And paste. My pants are over here. They're too big. Are you kidding me? Too big. So that really worked out. Because I don't know sizes. And you could shrink them. So yeah, you could do a lot more with this. I usually don't use this one unless I'm already in Pixel Matter. I'm really used to it though. I'm really used to the prompts and whatnot. There you go, a nice white background. So it does take a little bit more time to edit these photos with this brilliant white background if you don't have a white background or the lighting to get such a bright white background.
So it depends on if you feel like you should invest the time in doing this.
All right, awesome. So as you see, the downside is it takes a little bit more of your time, but time is money. But hey, if you need to clean something up and make it look better, when something looks better and the photo really presents itself, it's going to sell faster and sell for like a good price. If you take a shabby photo, yeah, it might sell. So some items would be beneficial to spend the extra few minutes to crop and whiten out. I really hope this has helped a lot of you, because this is a never-ending question. How do you get the white background? How do you do that? Is it an app? Is it your camera? What's going on? And not just to me. I see these questions on Instagram. I see them in Facebook groups. There's always someone somewhere wondering about that white background. If you ever have a friend or a fellow reseller that's saying, oh my goodness, white background, show them. If not, you could share this video to them. I'd be happy to show them as well. Other than that, if you've enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if this is your first video and you've learned, I would also appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel. I will talk to you guys next week. Now go make some money.